Hello, Munchkins. It's me, Munchie. And it's always hard to start off a video like this because you don't know how to word it exactly or if you're gonna get emotional, which of course I am an emotional being here, but you haven't seen me for a while because there's just been a lot going on. And so I do want to say the rescue's still here. We're still operating. We just don't have a lot of animals right now, and there's a reason for that. There was also the time where we just weren't having anybody interested in animals, and now we are, which is really great. But there has been a lot that has changed with me personally that I want to discuss with you guys. I have been struggling with my health for a while, and I recently just got that under control, which is great. I was having a lot of anxiety without me realizing it. My body was in fight or flight mode all the time, which was weird because I couldn't see it because I felt that the way I was feeling was normal, but my heart rate would always be super elevated and I would always be very heightened. So that's the unfortunate part about that. The good news is that I found medication that has helped with that, which is really great because I thought that my issues were just gonna keep haunting me. I mean, there is still a few things that we need to work out. Medication is just started about a month ago, new medication, because we have to increase the dose and everything in order to get me to the right spot. But I was having a lot of stomach issues and I was constantly throwing up for no reason. And we found something that is working for me currently. I took a lot of time away from YouTube and away from posting on social media because there was changes in the rescue, changes with volunteers, changes with my health that I just couldn't handle. And also my mood was very depressed. I was very, very depressed. I was thinking some negative thoughts that I hated because that's not what I want. I knew I could keep going because there was times 4 years ago where I was completely fine and now I wasn't able to do anything. And that really upset me. And I also had a change in jobs. So I lost my full-time job and I went to a part-time job. Well, I didn't really lose it. It's just the pressure just built up at this place of work that I used to work at. And this new place that I'm working at, it's a very welcoming environment, which is really nice. And it's not a huge, big corporation because I used to work for big corporations and I hated it because they really don't see people as people. But this place does. So I'm in a better environment. However, our life just got flipped upside down. I am past kind of this part where I would be grieving just because I've taken some time off and I've reflected on my life and reflected about what's happened. But for those that aren't aware, we moved in with family about 3 years ago with our uncle who owns this property, and we were renting this property. We don't own it or anything, and there was a possibility that in the future, because we had a plan to be here for a certain amount of time and then get enough money for a down payment to get a mortgage of our own. This year, I got into an accident back in April, so my car was completely totaled, and then I had to take out a loan for new car, and the new car was actually not a new car, it was a used car, and it was even more money than my previous car, which sucks, but it was just like a 2-year model difference because I got the exact same car that I've been driving for a while because I love my car so much. And my partner got a car, and the reason why we both have cars is because we both work in different directions, and it would just be nearly impossible to do our work schedule to be able to just do the carpooling, because that's what we used to do. We just used to have one car, carpool, but I started working in a different area, so I needed my own car. And because we're out here in the sticks, there is no transportation, so I needed a car and he needed a car. So right now we had two brand new loans, and then with our family plan, we were going to, after a while, just save up money and then get a mortgage and see where we were at 2 years from now, because it was a 5-year plan. The last 2 years we were going to save up some money after all this, but with the car payments and stuff, I did not see myself getting into an accident, so that was kind of a whoops, that's what happened. So we now got delayed, and of course the pandemic messed everything up before. But why I'm talking about this is really important because maybe it gives you guys a perspective about what I feel like right now, what's happening. Our uncle, he's not been in the greatest of health, and he went in for triple bypass surgery back in, I think it was June or July. He went to rehab afterwards and he was making great progress. Unfortunately, just a couple weeks ago, we found our uncle passed away. And that was a horrible sight to have to witness. So I've done the grieving. It was so hard just having the coroner come out and retrieve the body, and it was just the entire day was just taken away from me. And it took a while to finally, bounce back and be in this mindset where I am right now. But unfortunately, our uncle, and we didn't know this, but he took out a reverse mortgage on the property. And now his kids own the property. We're still here, and we don't know exactly what is going to happen to us because we didn't think that this was going to happen. It's displaced us. It's displaced a few other people that live with us. The hard part going forward is that we were not prepared. We don't have money for a down payment, for mortgage. We had taken out car loans. We got a new dog after my mom was able to secure her place and get her dog back. We ended up going and adopting a German Shepherd. Of course, we're not going back to apartments and renting that way because, of course, apartments around here, they won't allow a German Shepherd. And I have built up this rescue. We've been working nonstop with trying to get a loan for a mortgage, and it turns out that we're not qualified because we just took out this year 2 car loans, and that basically screwed us over. So we have to actually pay off both cars, before they would lend to us because of the ratio and how much you're getting paid for. Right now, not sure what's going to happen. I'm in survival mode where I am trying to get the remaining animals at the rescue rehomed. I have backup plans, so if we have to evac in less than 3 months, that some of my volunteers will step in and help house the animals until they are able to go find their own homes. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 animals if you count one of my personal animals. So 14, actually, well, one of them is a gerbil couple, so 15 animals here, but one's getting adopted later today, which I will be doing. I get to go drive out there and meet the person. Yeah, we are running out of options because we live in Washington State, which is one of the highest when it comes to actual homes. And because we live in King County, it's so expensive. I could sell my car, but then I would be without a job. But going back to this property here, we don't know if his side of the family, his kids, would be interested in letting us rent to own. They're still doing their own thing. Right now, the daughter's taken over the property, but we do know that if we're not able to stay and if they want to sell the property, it would more than likely be 3 months we have to move out. We do have an aunt that has a property that it's a possibility we could potentially move in there up until she sells the property next year, which was her plan. Unfortunately, the tenants have trashed the house pretty badly. It's a smaller house too, so it's going to be like a downgrade, and I'm probably not going to be able to, while we're staying there, be able to manage my rescue unless my foster homes are the sole people who would be taking care of the animals. I would not be able to, just because it would be a smaller unit. And we would be having one of our uncles come live with us. Right now, my goal is to try my best to raise enough money. I'm taking on a lot of shifts at work now. I am trying my best to pay off my current debt. My credit is great. I'm so happy that I have good credit, but it doesn't matter if you have a very hefty car bill. And it sucks because right as used car prices went up, that's when I had to get a car, because at that time, we didn't have a car, and my partner had ordered his car, and it was going to take a while before the manufacturer was going to be able to make it, ship it, all that stuff. It would be really great if we could stay here, if we could rent to own, but the thing is, everyone needs money right now. So it might just be possible that his side of the family wants to sell it and just get the money now, instead of just waiting over time to accumulate the money. There is a lot of problems with this property, unfortunately, but right now Munchie is being displaced. It's kind of hard to say that, especially since when you look at different YouTubers and their life and their struggles, it's you can't fully be in their shoes, but you still can feel something. And it just sucks when someone who's built up a really happy life or a good life, or has built something up, just it can easily just be torn down by just one little thing, like somebody getting sick or in a car accident or something. But it sucks I lost my uncle. I will never be able to talk to him again, even though I keep hearing him in my head. It really sucks. Because even if we do stay here on the property, it's the feeling of him not being here that's gonna really suck. But we would hate to see this property go to the wrong people, because you know how it is. It's a nice home, it's a humble home, which we have a feeling someone's just gonna come in, buy the property, tear down the house, and then build their own. And I get it, but like we like it here. I don't think people need to be put into like 5, 6, 7 bedroom $1 million homes. Like, we're just two people. This is a one single family home. Doesn't really need someone to build on top of it like that. I mean, everywhere around here, it's just they're making big stackers. And that's what happened with my old town. They were making big stacking homes and raising the value of the whole area. It never feels like enough. Like, what is the end game, really, for all these like overpriced houses around here? What is the end game? How are people supposed to live? We're all supposed to live in little tiny units for the rest of our lives. What our uncle said was, he knew that his kids, if he ever passed, would not want the property, but he doesn't want anyone else to come in here and destroy the beauty of it. We've seen cougars, we've seen bears, we've seen elk. I took a video of elk stampede herd on the property, jumping over the fence, running into the forest. Like, it's very beautiful over here, and I would hate it if more wilderness got destroyed because somebody bought it and was like, yes, let's tear it all down. But it sucks because we're not homeowners. We don't have any equity. We're trying to build up equity. We're in our 30s now. Yeah, you heard me. I'm a 30-year-old woman. But I've been told that I still look like a kid, so I guess that's okay. Yeah. When you guys get my age, you really need to have something saved, if you could save up anything at all. That's the thing. It's just there's always something being thrown at you. And I do have stuff saved. Like, I got credit cards and things that I've paid off and everything was good. It's just the car loans. Can't get an actual mortgage because the car loans are just so high because everything's inflated right now. And so I don't know what I'm going to get out of this video. This is just kind of me letting my audience know what's happening. I'm not expecting like a pity party, because I think that the important part is letting people know what's happening to the rescue, then what's happening to me, because I'm the biggest part of the rescue. And I want to say thank you to my volunteers for helping out. I do appreciate that. Right now I've been really not wanting to talk to anyone because it's just one of those things where I'm like, I need to focus on getting everything clean, everything set up. Yeah, it would be devastating if we were never able to find an appropriate home and I could not keep animals in a room like this. I mean, I could crowdfund, but at the same time, I rather not do that because I don't want to take your guys' money. That doesn't seem right, especially when everyone's struggling right now. So my plan, and I hope this is okay to say, my plan is to focus back on YouTube again. I think I've taken a long enough break to feel comfortable making videos and not to overstress myself. If I do get stressed, I will take it easy again, but I want to get my old videos up so you guys can see them, so that I'm proud of what I made and finally have something to show about it, and continue making YouTube videos. I'm not going to be an educator, all right, but I am going to be someone that you guys can still look up to and to still check in on, and one of those friendly neighborhood hamster ladies. And just following along the rescue stories and stuff. There's a lot that I need to get done and taken care of. And I just hope that maybe YouTube can help me out in the process, kind of relieve that burden while providing you guys with good content. Now, the videos aren't going to look pretty for a while. I wasn't going to invest in a new camera. This is my phone right here, because I just don't like my old camera and how hard it is to focus. It's just terrible. I mean, it's good, but it's also frustrating, and I would like a newer camera, but for now, we're gonna have to make do with my messiness of just camera like this and talking to you guys like this. Sorry if I keep looking off. It's really awkward just looking at my face. I just don't wanna look at my face because I look so different when I got braces on, but I've had braces on for almost a year. That's crazy. And my smile has improved and I'm very happy about that. So now people can stop making comments about my gosh darn smile. Not everybody has the fortunate part to have braces because they're just so much money and my insurance doesn't cover dental. So yeah, Yep, America. America. For those of you looking in from the outside of America, America. Struggle, we shall. We're all struggling, and I hope that people understand we struggle together. Let's be understanding of each other's situations and circumstances, and let's continue to be there for each other. Because I lost a part of my family, and I don't want to have you guys feel like you lost a part of you, because you guys were so nice in your comments about how oh, it's another Munchie video, I get so excited for these, oh, you encouraged me to rescue, and I have such a fantastic hamster. It's comments like those where I realize that's what truly matters in life. You guys matter, people matter, the experiences we have, the happiness we've gained, that matters, and I don't want to take that away from you guys, and I don't want to lose you guys, so I'm gonna try my best. So thank you guys so much. I love you all. Thank you so much. You'll see me around, okay? They're gonna be old videos until we play catch up. My new hair looks like this, but not for long, maybe. I actually do kind of like it though. Bye.